Hello everybody and welcome to episode 1 of Glory Hunter with Liverpool. The managerial merry-go-round has been in full effect and we are now the manager of the Merseyside Reds, if you know your Pez history. But I know what you're asking. How did we get here? Let's find out. And I was the one that started the domino effect. So I stepped aside in the middle of June as manager of Inter Milan. Pep Guardiola is the man that replaced me. And in turn, Luis Enrique replaced him. Mikel Arteta replaced Luis Enrique at PSG. Maurizio Sarri replaced Mikel Arteta at Arsenal, which meant that Jurgen Klopp replaced Maurizio Sarri at Real Madrid. So after 12 years at Anfield, Jurgen Klopp stepped aside to let me take over. It truly was a crazy summer. So we are on the 29th of August. The season has already started. We'll take a look at how Liverpool have got on so far. They've done very well so far. So let's look at the club vision. Board objective: work within a wage budget, grow the club's reputation. There is nothing else we need to do. No playing for set pieces, no signing English players, no doing this, no doing that. We have free reign to do what we want at Liverpool, which is fantastic news for me. Financially, the club is on a very sound footing. £143 million to spend. And plenty left in the wage budget as well. So yeah, Jurgen Klopp has left me in a very, very good position. Now we'll take a look at the rest of the squad shortly, but they've only bought in one player so far this summer, and that was right at the start of it. Mykhailo Mudryk has joined them from Chelsea for £30.5 million. Obviously, we're familiar with Mudryk. He was with us with Bayer Leverkusen for a short time. A few players that have gone out the door. Sadly for us, Curtis Jones has gone. I love Curtis Jones and his work rate. Obviously, Ryan Gravenberg has joined Inter. That was part of the deal we signed last summer. Tactically, I think we're going to go down the 4-2-3-1 route, at least to begin with. It's something that I'm familiar with, but they're not really. I'd imagine Jurgen Klopp played 4-3-3. I'd imagine. So, yeah, we'll see how we go. We might drop the attacking midfielder down into the central area and work out from there. But yeah, that's what we're going to do to start with anyway. The squad itself is a very, very good squad. So Alisson is still here, as is Kelleher, Ibrahim Konate, Alexis McAllister is still here, Harvey Elliott is still here, Solabai is still here, Cody Gakpo is still here, Darwin Nunez is still here. So yeah, the core of the squad that Jurgen Klopp has now in real life is still with Liverpool. They have some very exciting players who are here, who I've not managed before, most of them. Let's take a look at some of them. And we're going to start in the centre-back position, and that is Antonio Silva. He joined them from Benfica in 2025. 4-star defender. Important player who could still improve, and looking at his attributes, I think he still will. Now, he's a little bit unhappy at Liverpool. Is he going to be a starter for me? Given the other options, maybe not, but he's a very good player nonetheless. Now, there are two key players in this side. We will start with one of them, and that is Karim Konate. Now, don't get him confused with Ibrahim Konate. They are at opposite ends of the pitch. A 4-star attacker bought in from RB Leipzig in 2026. Was at Red Bull Salzburg before that. They tend to do that, Salzburg and Leipzig, because they're all part of the same family, aren't they? So yeah, the man that's bought in to replace Mo Salah most likely plays down the centre. Obviously, Diego Jota, we signed him at Inter last season, so he's not here anymore. But yeah, he looks fantastic, and he's already got 2 goals this season in the Premier League, and I'm hoping for many, many more. But he isn't the top scorer for Liverpool so far this season. Baradine Bonani is the top scorer, 4.5-star player. I don't think I've ever seen a 4.5-star winger, at least. So yeah, he has 3 goals so far this season. Was signed from Nice in 2027. He's only 23. So Nice have had him for so long. 16 goals in 28 appearances so far for Liverpool. And again, I'm hoping for so many more. And lastly, we will take a look at Harvey Elliott. Now, I love Harvey Elliott. It's a shame he's a Liverpool player. In real life, at least. Great central midfield player. 25 now in game. He's only going to get better in real life as well, I believe. If these stats are anything to go by, Liverpool have one hell of a player on their hands. If he grows like he has here, yeah, going to be at the heart of centre midfield. And overall, the squad matrix is actually quite good. We've got Alisson, who's the experienced man at 35 years of age now. Lots of players within their peak, lots emerging, and a couple developing as well. We might look at the youth team. Michael Watson is one I have found, a regen who looks very, very good on paper at least. So yeah, the future looks bright for Liverpool in the short term and the long term as well. And I have inherited a squad that has an unbeaten start to the season. So they beat Arsenal by 3-2 on the opening day, thanks to Elliott, Bonani and Solabai. Then they beat Manchester United, Bonani with 2 more goals. Then they beat Everton as well in the Merseyside derby, Solabai, Kanate and Cody Gakpo with the goals. And then they beat Chelsea by 3-1. Sclavini, Kanate and Wharton with the goals. So all in all, it's been a bright start to the season. So 4 wins from 4, top of the Premier League table. But the usual suspects are starting to form in behind us. Not Southampton, of course. They are very much punching above their station, as are Leicester City in the early season table. Chelsea down in 11th. Arsenal up in 6th. Bristol City are bottom. Manchester United are 16th. Now, little story about Manchester United. Erik ten Hag is gone. It'll probably happen in real life during the summer as well. After we beat them in the Champions League last season, they were not interested in interviewing me for their position of replacing Erik ten Hag. Zinedine Zidane is in charge at Old Trafford. Good luck to you, Mr. Zizou. Right, so we are in the Champions League this year as well. So we'll see what we can do with that. Obviously, I am a holder of the Champions League at the moment. And in the Carabao Cup, we take on Plymouth in the 3rd round. And we should get past them fairly comfortably. Now, with all the changes in the summer, Manchester City are the holders of the Premier League title. They've won it for like 4 years in a row. So we've gone from one extreme to the other, where we are the ones chasing the big boys at the top of the table. 6-1 for us. 3rd favourite. Newcastle ahead of Manchester United. Unheard of, unless you're in the 1990s. Tottenham at 20-1, Aston Villa at 50, Brighton at 50, Bristol City, one of the promoted sides with Burnley and with Leicester at 1,000-1. So what we are going to do next time, we will take on Plymouth. We will wrap up the transfer window as I try to do a few bits before it closes. And we will have a little bit of symmetry next time around. Now, Jurgen Klopp's first game in charge, I remember it well. I was there when he took on Tottenham Hotspur at White Hart Lane back in those days. So we will come back for the trip to the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium to take on Julian Nagelsmann, Tottenham Hotspur. Thank you so much for watching today's video. If you've enjoyed it, please leave a like on it. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. And I will see you next time. Goodbye.